Paul Kanoa. Paulo Kanoa c. 1802 November 10, 1885, was a Hawaiian high chief who served many political posts in the Kingdom of Hawaii, including Governor of Kauaʻi from 1847 to 1877. Biography. Kanoa was born around the year 1802 in Paulo, in South Kona on the island of Hawaii. His parents were Kapuahula and Kepa. His family descended from the Molokai chiefess Kanoa. Kekwanau, the father of Kamehameha Roman IV and Kamehameha V, and Bose Mahune, the author of the Hawaiian Declaration of Rights of 1839, were his cousins. In his youth, Kanoa lived for a time with Jared P. Judd, an American missionary and advisor to King Kamehameha Roman III, and also accompanied Reverend Hiram Bingham I on 2 missionary trips to Kauaʻi. He started his political career as a secretary of his cousin Kekwanau, the governor of Oahu. In 1842, Kanoa was elected along with L.K. Hala'ai as Oahu's representative to legislature of Hawaii at Lahaina, the capital at the time. Kanoa served as a clerk in the 1842 session of the legislature. In 1845, he was appointed an official member of the House of Nobles, the upper house of the legislature. In order to replace the diminishing number of alii nui, it was decided on April 2, 1845, to vote lower-ranking chiefs, who were men of learning, into the council and elevate their chiefly statuses. Kanoa was among the first group of 6 lesser chiefs chosen. He also served as a member of the Privy Council from October 21, 1846, to February 23, 1874. In 1847, Paul Kanoa was appointed to succeed Princess Kekauanohi as the royal governor of Kauaʻi, a position he held until his resignation on January 4, 1877. Unlike his predecessors who ruled like conquerors, his rule, although firm, was characterized by cooperation with the resurgent native chiefs of Kauaʻi. During this period, the sugar industry became the dominant enterprise on the island, and businessmen such as Paul Iceberg and William Hyde Rice profited from close affiliation with Governor Kanoa. In his long political career, Kanoa served under the reigns of 5 monarchs: Kamehameha Roman III, Kamehameha Roman IV, and Kamehameha V, Lunalilo and Kalakaua. Death and legacy. Paul Kanoa died at the age of 83 on November 10, 1885, after falling from a second-story room in his Honolulu residence. After a state funeral on November 15, he was buried in a family vault at the cemetery of Kauaʻi Church. He was survived by his widow Kahanaiwai, Hanai's son Paul P. Kanoa, who was also governor of Kauaʻi from 1881 to 1886, and his only daughter Deborah Monokilika Kanoa, who became his sole heir. Owning extensive lands on Kauaʻi extending from Kaloa to Hanamolu, he built a home on the hills overlooking the beach of Nauiwili Bay, around the present-day Niumalu Beach Park. It later was converted into a courthouse and county offices and became the Kauaʻi High School around 1914. In 1931, historian Ethel Mosley Damon wrote about Governor Kanoa. Governor Kanoa was one of the outstanding figures in Kauaʻi society. A commanding figure physically, with a strong yet responsive face and a shrewd though genial expression, Paul Kanoa was also a commanding figure in his sturdy uprightness and his unswerving devotion to duty and honor as he understood them.